Hey guys, what's going on? This is Namkraft and welcome to another This is Starcraft English commentary. Let's continue with KCM. This is 2025 playoffs between Protoss and Terran, second set in the series, Snow versus Speed. Snow is looking like he could take the entire world on, looking very, very strong. And Barracks is possibly just watching and learning. He is definitely looking forward to seeing how to fight back Snow here. He's learning from all of the moves that he's doing. And if Snow goes for something like 2 or 3 kills today, then I think that is going to be a good learning materials for Barracks. Anyways, this next set is going to be the map Metropolis. You can see this map where Snow is located at the bottom right in the yellow color and Speed located at the top right in the teal color. So far, we have a standard opening from both of these players in base buildings. And Snow is scouting towards the bottom left first, gateway opening. He's not going to be going for any kind of 12 Nexus shenanigans. It was, Mini, right, who really abused that build. And I actually don't really like 12 Nexus or 14 CC so much because it makes the game a little bit kind of boring, actually. If you get it done, then you have a huge advantage. If you don't, if you get it scouted or you get it, proxy, you die. So to me, it's not very fun that build. But anyhow, let's just enjoy this game. I'm sorry, I'm trying to write some material for the banner. This is why sometimes my casting is not up to date. So I hope for your understanding. Looks like Snow has gone the full house for the scouting here, but he has still not yet found where the enemy is located. So he's gonna have to come back and try to go towards the top right here. As for Speed, he's very lucky to find Snow's position right away. That's very good. And yeah, we shall see what is going to be the next move for both of these players. A single Marine coming up. And that is going to be the sign, I think, for Snow to back up here. He's going to try to snipe this SCV. 25 out of 60 HP remaining, and we might see a Robo. But Snow would like to see that SCV killed before he puts on his Robo here. This is why he's trying very hard with his scouting probe to kill it. And he's about to get it. He does get it. And there's a Robo. I think Robo should be expected soon at some place. But for now, looks like Snow is going to be going for the middle build, which is 2 Dragoons. 2 Dragoons before expansion. I think he's already queued the 2nd Dragoon in his gateway here. And as for Speed, he has 3 Marine, a Vulture, and an expansion. So that is what we have. Anyways, Dragoons are here to check out the state of the expansion. Looks like Snow doesn't know about it just yet. He's gonna have to back up now because 18 out of 80 HP remaining, and the Vulture is there. We do have the bunker coming down. Snow would love to see where the expansion is coming up or not. He's taking some hits against the Marine, but there's the Vulture. We need to have the 2nd Dragoon soon, unless Snow want to die. Sometimes we do see, in some rare occasions, we do see Dragoons getting sniped by the by the Vulture. But anyways, now that bunker is completed and both players knows exactly what is the other guy's build. Looks like this is a quite late Robo. Very late Robo. The Vulture is gonna try to check things out here, but there's already Dragoon blocking the high ground. And Pylon is here to block, so that Vulture is gonna get sent back. Yeah, and behind this, Snow is free to do whatever he wants here, and Speed has got no information except for the fact that there's a Nexus. He doesn't know if this is a fast Robo or a standard Robo timing here, which is turned out to be a standard Robo timing. From here, what can be done? What can be done by both of these players? For Snow, I think the safest thing to do, because he's supposed to be the better player, is to go for Reavers. Maybe Observers first and Reavers later, or Reavers first and Observers later. It might set him back a bit economically, but at least he will be safe against this kind of moves that Speed comes out. As you can see, the Dragoon is all the way out here. What is that? I think those are 2 Dragoons, or it's 1 Dragoon and a probe. I'm not so sure, but anyways, the tank knows that there's danger in the darkness, so he's gonna back up because the Vulture is not able to pinpoint exactly where the Dragoons are located. There's the robotic support bay. Was it before Observatory? Yes, it is before Observatory, so Snow is going to be looking forward to going for Reavers here. Speed is going to be going for light S move with 2 tanks, maybe 2 or 3 Vultures, and a few Marines. And of course, Dragoon range is done. And there's the weak Dragoon. You can see it. But of course, it's very, very important that Snow will need to try to keep. And it looks like Speed says, you know what? I saw the Dragoons. I won't engage. And Speed is being very smart. Speed is being smart Terran behavior here today, which is very, very nice. The mine's going to try to come up. And with the way that it looks, it's very hard actually for Snow to clear the mines by ground, by hand. But he does go for it anyways. Okay, Snow's going to put a pylon here. Does that mean that switch to carriers? Because actually on this map, coming up with carriers isn't such a bad idea. But, I mean, he's going to be going for reavers. So how does it work here? There's an observatory. And you can see that there's a mine here. This mine cannot spot whether the nexus is up yet. I don't think it can. It's kind of still out there in the vision of the mine, so he won't notice it's going to be carry built or not. But for the timing, we are seeing some turrets getting set up, and Snow's pylon has completed. We're all waiting anxiously to see what is the next build for him. The fact that he keeps his probe there means that he is thinking about carriers. But I think the conditions need to be ripe for him to go to carriers, which means he needs to do some damages with this drop, and he doesn't lose his shuttle, he doesn't lose his reavers. And he might be, feeling a little bit safe to go for carriers. But there's the turret, so he's going to back up. Checking 2 hits, a little bit more than usual, man. Okay, the Reaver has found a nice opening. And that turret will fall. He will try to go here, but there's no opening from this side. Now he takes 4 hits. 4 hits a little bit too much. 4 hits is definitely too much here. And the Reaver is going to try to just slowly crawl forward. The Zealot is checking. There's a second turret. The Zealot is not yet unloaded, but for now Snow is just trying to buy time. He has not yet put down his expansion. And what I mean, not just expanded, the Stargate. And there's going to be a push coming from Speed here, and Snow need to return soon. I'm not sure if a shuttle with Speed is underway or not. I think it should be. Anyways, 3 tanks against only 5 Dragoons. Where are the remaining Dragoons? They gotta be a little bit more. Anyways, looks like Snow's gonna try to snipe. He's not able to snipe anything. He's gonna get surrounded by the vultures, and the shuttle is not here. There's a shuttle. He needs to clear the mines. 6 more. Okay, a total of 5 Dragoons. The Reaper takes a shot against the tank. The tank is not yet destroyed. He will go for the vultures. He gets a single pair of vultures. Dragoons gonna try to come out. He clears one of the weak tanks. Great explosion on the tank. And now we still have 4 Marines remaining, but now it's going to be very, very tough. And there's a Reaver in the middle of everything. He gets another tank. We have a Vulture going through the middle of the map, though. He needs to stop it with the Reaver shot. Not bad. There's so many mines. Do not tick any mines off. I think Snow is very, very smart with that, and he would do a great shot from the backside. And that's going to be that. That is very, very unfortunate. He needs to be careful. There's a mine right there. He eats a mine. But now, oh my god, look at those mines at the backside. Look at those mines at the backside. Speed would like them to explode. And Snow needs to pay attention greatly. He takes a mine drag. But the Dragoon is still alive. There's going to be a Reaver. And looks like Snow is taking so much damage because Speed has decided to go for timing attack. There are so many mines. What happened to the Observer that Snow had? He is slowly moving the Observers back. This base got no probes. Very, very bad situation. Snow 63 supply and Speed 68. Can Snow come back? That is the question. That Dragoons need to pull back now unless he wants to die to mine the explosion. And indeed, the mine has not... Oh, the mine has been debugged. Not bad from Snow. He's still holding his side of the map. And he need to have a few more observers in these areas to spot here. There are mines everywhere. There's so many mines. It's so insane. And now Speed leading by about 3 supply. How much kind of timing attack do damages to the Protoss player? I mean, that was insane. And now finally all of these mines will die. But look at this probe saturation for Snow. It's terrible. It's very bad. Anyways, more vultures gonna try to come out, but there's a Reaver here. So it would take a great shot. Maybe Dragoons is gonna block the Reaver shot as well. Very unfortunate. But anyways, these bases will get clear out. And we need to have, I mean, this is one of the problems with Protoss player. They need to keep track of where the observers are. Especially in the early to mid game, because you don't have many of them. Right? And you are busy making your shuttles with your observers. So you need to be just keeping track of where your observers, and sometimes we see when a Protoss player is in panic mode, he puts 2 or 3 observers together, and it's very, very terrible. It's very disheartening to see that actually from me. But anyways, looks like Snow's gonna back up. Now he's found once again another opening. He would try to snipe that Goliath. Why is he not attacking the Goliaths? And now he will attack. He's gonna back up. Yeah, this is the right move to do. You just need to slowly eat up those turrets and go out and go back, because these spawning positions favor that, right? And look at how Snow is forcing Speed to slowly send some Goliaths back. I mean, these kind of strategic moves is what makes Starcraft so beautiful. On the surface, it looks like, why the hell does it come in there and just snipe a turret and leave? Like, what can possibly be accomplished with that? But there's a lot to be accomplished, because a turret down means that he needs to remake another turret, and he would not have, I mean, if later by some chance speed is ahead, right, he can make another turret, and when it's 2 turrets, it's completely shut down. No more drops. But when it's still 1 turret, it's still possible, right? So the Protoss job is about trying to wither down that defense bit by bit, and make it never fully completed. And when it's when you have a slight advantage, you can try to go in here with a double shuttle, and you can sack one of the shuttle, and you get, for example, 2 or 3 turrets destroyed, and that is going to be a drop here. But the Reaver would take some nice shot. The last Reaver need to go to work. The Vulture need to spread himself out. Great Reaver shot that kills 3 Vultures. The Dragoons are trying to move forward. They need to spread themselves up because the tanks is doing some amazing volleys from the backside here. Great trade, though, but speed is now behind by about 10 supply? That's right, 10 supply. Zelle with leg is not yet done. Is he making 2 Templar Archive? I feel like he's making 2 Templar Archive. Anyways, there is going to be some Zealot dropping here. There are only a few Dragoon. What does he have on the backside? He's got a Reaver. The Reaver is damaged. He'll take a great shot now. He will land a Reaver once again. He's waiting for the last possible moment to land a Reaver. He's not dead landing. He's going to take a great shot against the tank. He does a great shot getting a tank once again, and now the tipping point might have been reached. There are only 2 more tanks remaining. Dragoons are not spreading themselves out, but maybe it's fine. Kill the Vulture. Kill the Vulture. He does not. He gets a dot there. Very unfortunate. Anyways, he's going to send a shuttle out and possibly try to attack against his base. But keep in mind, that shuttle is so damaged. He will lose the shuttle. He lands both units. And that is very, very lucky. Those Goliaths will need to actually try to find the right angle to attack here. The Reaver will get targeted upon. The Reaver is trying to pull itself back. He could not take a shot. So I guess speed will saturate this base. But nice pressure from Snow. Keep in mind that Snow is still on 3 bases. Does he have Zelle with leg? He needs to have Zelle with leg, because once you've got Zelle with leg, the game is going to get a little bit easier. Observer here is here to spot. He's going to think about moving on that ramp, but I think he's going to decide against it. And once he's got Zelle with leg, it's going to be a little bit different. And we do see a 4th base. So you see this game, you see the familiarity between this game and a Terran versus Zerg game. It's so familiar. It's all about, one of the race deciding to just hang on and try to survive until the late game. In the PvT case, the Protoss need to hang on until late game. And in the TVZ case, it is going to be the Zerg player who is supposed to kind of just hang on and survive until late game. So it's a bit boring if you are not that winning race, right? So if, for example, in PvT, if you're a Terran player, you're possibly feeling very, very upset all the time. But that is just how the meta is. Very unfortunate. If you look at the supply differential now, speed is behind only about 15 supply, 15 to 20 depending on the timing of the production queue. But he, if he allows Snow to keep on playing, then that 20 supply differential will become 40, and it will become 50, and Terran will have no way to kind of remedy that. Anyways, another base is going to try to go up on this other side of the map here, and now Snow has got his Temptoss strategy. Temptoss machine incoming. Speed need to finish up the game soon. He needs to just come out there and attack, but he needs to do it before Templars become a problem. Okay, there's a cannon in the main. There's a little bit of a overkill. Don't really need it. And these forces going to back up here. Snow is going to try to hang on and just make sure that the Terran cannot move beyond his squadron side of the map. And eventually, some drops will be expected from Snow in the main. Mark my words. On this map, Metropolis, and in this spawning position, Snow would be glad to trade a few shuttles to go for a dive onto Speed's main base. But he will need a few more guarantees before he can actually make that move happen. He needs to make sure he's got some high templates covering the front so he doesn't die to a Terran push. He needs to trade favorably in these battles, and Terran cannot get a 4th. Those Zealots will bleed very dry. But looks like they come to Dragoons, have retreated, tanks have unsieged, and that's going to be the moment for Dragoon to come in. Very smart here from Snow. The moment he hears the siege and unsiege, he will move the Dragoons in and out of position. Nicely done, and now once siege is on, he will move back and he will try to buy time. Where's the replacement shuttle? Does he have double robotics yet? I don't see it. I don't think double robotics is not yet available. Dragoon's going to try to come out here, and Speed has done a good job trying to slowly move to this side of the map here. I think now the tanks are slowly going to go on the high ground, and the probes, we need to leave the area. Snow is not moving his probes away. Vultures are waiting to dive in, but there's going to be some Zealot coming through to do some mind drag. Need to mind drag onto the tank. No, not yet. That mine has dragged it somewhere else, but replacement is very, very fast. And good storm on those vultures. No movement whatsoever from the vultures. And no more visions on the high ground. Good storm. Well, not so good. All right, storming it. And it's going to be more storms coming. He's looking to storm it. Great storm on all of those tanks. Dragoons are not attacking. The angles is not so good from the Dragoons from Snow. He will eat a lot of shots. He need to back up here. But replacement here is going to be coming up. And this is going to be the graveyard for Terran. He will lose so many troops just to try to win some moral victories. He's on a low ground. He's got, okay, at least he's got some vision. But let's look at that High Templars once again. Casting the storm and just trading so well. That last tank will fall. Once the tank is fallen, this Nexus will get saved. No more vision and speed is going to be playing a losing game. If you look at the supply difference show, it's very, very, very similar. But it doesn't really tell the story. And now, I mean, Snow just need to reinforce with more Zealot. More Zealot coming from more sides. And there's he's going to return with some storm once again. He's got to be careful not to eat the mind. He's doing some great mind drag. He's got a High Templar getting ready. Possibly, no, he gets the last tank, which means this area will get saved once again. Another mind drag was expected. He's going to load up a few more Zealot here. There are no Goliaths. No Goliath. There's going to be a scan here. The Zealot is going to get landed. There's a cannon sister support. Just land the Zealot to kill the SCV. No, the SCV is gone. The SCV is gone. What is going to be the plan? There's some forces moving through the middle area. Snow doesn't know about it, so that's a bit problem. Where are these tanks going? Because, I mean, even though they can actually attack some... Okay, they're going to try to attack it. There are a few Zealot only to block. Snow doesn't know, but it's going to land some Zealot for some great mind drag. And there's going to be some High Templars from the high ground. He's waiting patiently. No, he backs up because he doesn't have enough here. Speed has done a phenomenal job against Temptar strategy. And anyways, this top left side is under a lot of siege and Snow doesn't have enough force. Wow, can Speed really do it here? 17 amount of game. Usually around this time, Protoss is kicking butts, but this time around, Speed is showing to us how it could actually be done here with his nice upgrades and Dragoons. I need to spread themselves up. I guess this place finally we get saved, and all of those probes can go back to mining. So I guess Snow has stabilized his situation. He's got still a few probes in a lot of locations here. Keep in mind that Speed is also running dry soon. He doesn't have much mining potential remaining. Okay, those two cannons are not very healthy. There's going to be another storm on the tank, so that tank is gone. And okay, there's going to be attack against the center. If you can actually force the cancellation on the command center, there it is. That will set Speed a little bit back here. There's going to be a shuttle through the middle. Speed is behind about 10 supply. The game is very tense. Nice mind dragging onto the center. The tanks are so close together. The Reaper will do a great shot against the tank. No, he attacked against the Vulture. That's a mistake. It's going to be hidden on the backside. There's several hidden to cast a storm, but they only attack the Goliaths. Not really ideal here, but the second shot is not bad. Those tanks are coming back. And I think Speed is... I thought Speed is like almost dead. Because Temptar strategy is so powerful, but it seems that he's doing okay. Okay, he's gonna get mine out soon. So unless the center map can do something, it's gonna be a problem. But that storm will eat up a lot of the tank supply, man. Look at that. 3 tanks exploded in an instant. 3 seconds. And now the Dragoons will clear the tanks. There's a lot of reinforcement from the back, but they're not sieging. Dragoons are doing some good shot, and now the rally point will get troubled. Any forces coming out will eat a lot of mines. These vultures going to check them out. Keep in mind that this base is oversaturated. There's got to be a mine drag onto the probes. Remove the probes from the equation now if you don't want to lose all of the probes. Oh my god! Oh my freaking god. Snow was about to lose like 20 supply worth of probes, but now he cleared the area. He will come out slowly. He needs to spread out his tank. He's not really attacking. You can see his APM not very high, 250. Of course, is very typical Snow for you. He doesn't have enough time to make shuttle. When you play this kind of game, you need to be able to remake shuttles very fast, but he's not doing that. SCVs are coming through the middle of the map. Speed not mining very much. But he's abusing the maps nicely here. There's going to be some great mine truck. And there's a replacement shuttle, but it doesn't have anything inside. Doesn't really have anything inside. There's a replacement, something from the left side. What does it have? High Templars? I'm not so sure. It's got a Reaver. He will clear the last of the tank, so that's not bad. And he's trading well here. These Zealots need to come back because he cannot afford to lose any forces now. Snow leading him about 20 supply. This brand new base has got some probe saturation maybe. And Snow is just barely holding on. He finally removed those probes from a very dangerous minefield. That mine just could explode any moment, but those probes has been removed, so Snow had just bought himself a lifeline here. What is on this side of the map? A new base, but there's nothing here. So anyways, I think we're gonna be having vultures looking for those High Templars to snipe. He's gonna try to go for another mine drag. He loves those mine drag. He's gonna hide on the backside, and Snow has got an observer now. Oh my god, be careful. Do not drag the mine. Do not drag the mine. He clears the last possible mine. So lucky Snow this entire game. There were several instances where he actually died and have a heart attack, but he's still alive. And once again, he clears the mine without observer. Just so lucky this entire game. Anyways, there's gonna be a Reaver. That Reaver gets destroyed. There's something else inside the shuttle, maybe, I hope. No, it doesn't look like it. Jungus need to back out and wait for the support of the cannon. And wait for the tank to siege himself up. Snow is trying very, very hard. He's gonna storm. What? He will storm this tank. That tank is barely misses the storm. Anyways, those two Dragoons is gonna try to kill one of those units. And this tank will hide on the backside. His probes are forced to run away, but there's still something behind. And that tank is destroyed. And those probes can go back to mining and still need to make something to block the bottom left side of his expansion. Speed 114 supply, Snow 130. This game has been wild, wacky, and wicked. So maybe it's gonna be the moment for me to start to thank some of my fans who have supported me. In the last 3 days, I will have enough time to go through them one by one. Mr. Spider-Mine, thank you very much for your support in the last 3 days. Mr. Sea Goblins, you are a mutualist officially now. Congratulations, Mr. Peter from Poland. Thank you very much. I misheard that your country is under war, but it's not under war. I'm sorry. Mr. McDonald. Mr. JW, what is going on? Mr. Horji, I need to know your Gmail address. Please email me at namkraftvn@gmail.com. namkraftvn@gmail.com with your Gmail, please. Mr. John from Sweden, what's going on, my buddy friend, Mr. Chen? Very, very nice to have you on the crew. Mr. Alexander the Great, what's going on, man? How is the home repair going for you? And last but not least, the VIP fan of this month is going to be Mr. Thomas from the Netherlands. That is right. Thank you very much. And any of your coffee will be greatly appreciated. You can use any of the methods mentioned in the video description. If you live in the US, my Zelle account is namkraft@gmail.com. namkraftvn@gmail.com, excuse me. Let me just quickly show you that. There it is. My Revolut account for the European citizens is longk. Go ahead and you can use it as well. You can just use Binance. Also have the link in the video description. Or PayPal, credit card, whatever. All of that is appreciated. 22nd of the game. Already tonight we have a great night. It's going to be an amazing night. Snow is now leading by 40 supply. He is slowly coming back from the dead. But very, very funny that Snow still doesn't have the High Templar energy upgrade. Okay, High Templar is going to get sniped. Unfortunate. But there's a Reaver to kill all those vultures on the backside. So that's great. And there's going to be a Zealot just to eat. No, it is going to be a Reaver shot. He will kill the tank. Not bad. One tank gone. The second tank will get destroyed. The shuttle's very damaged. He takes some shot. Double Goliath snipe. That tank is taking a lot of hits. The last shot is going to be underway here, and that tank is gone. So now there's going to be nothing to siege this area, and Speed is on the losing side of this equation. Unfortunately, he's got his 4 bases, but it doesn't mean anything. Speed is slowly closing in the games. You can see PvT in 2025 is very boring. Very boring. It's just, how slow and painful can the death be for the Terran player? Sometimes they can resurrect themselves, but usually they cannot. Anyways, these Zealot will trade a bit here. This base has been mining for a while, so Snow wouldn't even care. But he will try to save it and trade. I think the important here is about the trading. It's not about the mineral patches or the probe. It's about killing those tanks on the low ground with 100% chance here. Whereas the tanks will have missed shot against forces on the high ground. And Zealot will get mixed in with the tanks now. Those Goliaths damage. There's going to be a nice mine drag coming. Nice mine drag to kill the double tank. Great shot. Great shot to supply now. Snow 170, Speed 118. And this game will get at least 2 stars for me because what an insane comeback from Snow. Insane comeback from Snow. More forces coming out. And I think Speed just give up. He cannot assault this way from the low ground. Protoss forces can just walk up the high ground very, very easily and destroy everything. Anyways, another attack against the 12 o'clock position is going to be imminent. But that base also has been mining for a while. So Snow wouldn't mind just retrieving all of his probes towards the bottom left of the map. But he will come in here and finish it. He will have a nice BGT sandwich. What is that? Bacon and jam, right? And what is tea? Tomato? Is that the right ingredient? BJT sandwich? Bacon, jam, and tomato? I don't know, that doesn't sound right, but GG from Sweet. If you enjoyed this class so far, feel free to buy me a coffee. The link to that is going to be in the video description. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.